והנה התשובה היא הגורם as שהיא החזרת פנים בפנים כנ"ל. Now the concept of returning, repentance, is what causes that you should have returning of face to face. וכמו שכתוב והשיבנו והיה תחילה, and like it's written, return us Hashem first, ואחר כך נשוב אליך, and then we will return to you, panim bepanim, face to face, היינו שגם אם הם בבחינס ריחוק, and that is, even if they're far away, יש כוח בתשובה להחזירם panim bepanim, there's the ability with repentance to return them face to face. ונמצא יש כוח רב בתשובה, so it's found then that you have this great strength, ability with repentance, higher than the concept of the union, of the supernal union, to the point where it can cause the yichud. ודיבור המסחיל כי ביום הזה יכפר עליכם, דרוש השני בדיבור המסחיל שובה ישראל עד מבוא כי פירש תשובה היינו החזרת פנים בפנים. So in the Mamar, but on this day I will atone for you, the second Mamar, and the Mamar of you return Israel until, so it's explained that the concept of tshuva is returning back face to face, like we're saying here, that through the ahavta you can cause this yichud of panim bepanim. Ubedibur hamaskil matovu nispor, in the Mamar matovu it explains yeridas haneshama lislabish beguf zeu shiyavu lebechinas tshuva chulu, that the purpose of the descent of the soul in the body is in order to come to the concept of tshuva, like it brings the 4 levels of tshuva. Vatam yuvan liyos, and the reason will be understood, since kihine ahava b'chol meodecha hu ahava bilti mugbelas, that the love with all of your might is a love that's not with boundary. Ki lashon me'odu bli gvul, because the language of me'od very much is without boundary. Ubir hadavar, an explanation of the matter you do as is known, shuma shelo yochal alev v'haseichel lahachzik es ha'ava, that the intellect, that the heart and the intellect cannot hold this love, mipnei tagvores ha'ava, because of the strength of the love, v'tishaer ha'ava b'bichinas makif al halev, and this love will remain and encompassing upon the heart, and upon the mind. Kidu as is known, this is the me'odecha. V'zeu shebali tshuva gdoli me'atzadikim, and this is that repentant people are greater than the righteous. Ki hagam sheneshamos hatzadikim hayu nehenin miziv hashchina, that even though the souls of the righteous were having a pleasure from the radiance of the divine presence, on the level of the higher thought that becomes before the echad, which is the machshava dibur, like we said previously. So the whole main concept of the thought and the intellect and thought is incomparable to the will, which is called the desire of all desires. Like we said, for example, with the person below, the point of their heart is beyond their intellect and their thought. Like it's brought in another place at length on the verse, and now lift up your staff and stretch forth your hand. You lift up your hand and stretch forth your staff. So we're saying that the concept of, we said before, the concept of v'chol vavcha is to push your yetzer. B'chol me'odecha is to attach your thought and speech. And now we're saying b'chol me'odecha is the concept of tshuva. And that's the true concept of raiv kol raivin. And the concept is because, for example, that thought, speech, and action they come one from the other in a way of gradative process, in order and level, of cause and effect. because speech is truly a revelation of the thought, that which you think you say in speech. That so it's found and from the essence of thought is drawn into speech, and that's a concept of revelation of the hidden. So to the concept of action in comparison to speech is like the comparison of speech to the thought. Because what does it mean to do? That is the ability in the hand to do, which is a spiritual ability. And so too when we're referring to speech, that we're referring to not any particular speech, but the ability to speak that's in the soul to speak. But the comparison of thought to that which is above thought, it's not in this order and level, so to compare it to the effect as it's compared to its cause, because the thought, speech, and action are only called the garments of the soul. That even that thought is only a garment of the soul. It's only that it's the inner garment. And the garment is incomparable to the essence. And you cannot say that it comes from it as a effect from the cause, and the cause and effect way. Because cause and effect is only something you can say that amongst things that are comparable one to the other. And we can understand this in the garments of the animalistic soul in comparison to the animalistic soul that Rebbe says on the bottom. In comparison to the animalistic soul itself. And with this you can understand the garments of the divine soul in comparison to the divine soul. Or the Rebbe says on the bottom, the divine soul in comparison to the divine soul itself. I guess this is all from the book 17. That when you're talking about the garments of the animalistic soul, when you compare it to the essence of the animalistic soul, or the garments of the divine soul, when you compare it to the essence of the divine soul, and afterwards we can understand that which is allegorized above, and that is to say, for example, in the animalistic soul, that it has these three garments of thought, speech, and action. And the main concept that's above them, and that is that a person learns different wisdoms in order so that they should be wise and be called a wise person. Or to receive sustenance because of their wisdom, like the Rambam and the Ramban, that their sustenance and livelihood from the wisdom of healing. Or to be involved in business, and to be wise in it in one's mind, to make money with it. So that's the first garment of the animalistic soul, which is the garment of thought. And the concept of the garment of speech is what that a person speaks of business dealings. And the garment of action is that when a person does some work, or or travels to buy something, and to sell it, then all in order to profit the Ovid Ligarmeh, and that he's doing it for himself. Gimel Bechinos Elu Nikrau Levushim Levad Shel Nefesh Bahamis. All of these three things are called garments alone to the animalistic soul. Shemislabeshes Bahem, that's enclosed in them. Shemislabeshes Bahem Nefesh, that the soul is enclosed in them. Lachshov Machshavos Hahem, to think these thoughts, Uledaber of La'asos, and to speak and to do. Bichdei Lifol HaMechuvan HaIkari, in order to affect the main intention. But what is the main intention that you are trying to reach towards? That's above these things. That's the concept of the will. Which is the point of the inner part of the heart. Which is the inner, the essential self-will, the essential will, that a person loves themselves, and desires that they should live. That this is hidden in their heart, and that's an essential, that's the essence. And this, that he's involved, and this, that he's involved in the thought, speech, and action. They are only the garments of the animalistic soul. That the essential and the essence is this point of the inner part of the heart, that's hidden, which is the essential will to live. And the Rebbe says on the bottom, it brings that he has a ratzon to live, not haratzon atzmi sheyechya. Ukemokein benefesh elokis, and so too with the divine soul, inyan reusa de liba, this concept of the desire of the heart, upnimius nekudas alev, is the inner point of the heart, shalamayla min bechinas machshava dibur maisa, which is higher than the concept of thought, speech, and action, ulamayla mas seichel, and above intellect. And like it's brought in the Mamar, who counts the dust of Yaakov. So again, all of this is going to come back to the concept of Meodecha. That's beyond that, and the Osin Ritzono Shel Makom is specifically the Ratzon. And the revelation of this aspect is through this descent into the body, and the animalistic soul. That through this you'll come to a repentance from the depth of the heart. The concept of from the depth I call to you, since he was very far away at first. So the love becomes stronger until the heart cannot handle it. Like it's brought in the Mamar, the dove in the cleft of the rock, and through this you'll come to the level of show me your vision, but Ohr Hatorah, and a concept of a returning light. And like the concept of I will make for him a help opposite him, that the help comes from the opposite him, from the being far away. So I guess the dove in the cleft of the rock that's hidden in the place where it's hidden. So that's where you say, show me your vision from it being hidden. And this is the descent for the purpose of elevation. And that's the concept of making the will of the place. And that is that through this you awaken above the concept of the encompassing heart above Hanikra Ritzono Shel Makom, that's called the will of the place. That is in order that he should be the place of the world, so that he encompasses and fills it, like we said. He has to have a will for this, which is called the crown. And that will is the true source to have encompassing, to be encompassing and to give flow to the place. When that's called the will of the place. The concept of the crown of Zah. So I guess Zeir Anpin is the sixth side, so that's the concept of place. So the Ratzon for Zah is the Ratzon for the place. Yisrael Osin Ratzon Zah, even though before we said it was the concept of Malchus. And Yisrael makes this will, that as we draw down to draw down this well, and as explained, and what's brought, that he said, and his will was done, an explanation of those who made his words.